Yo, what is up guys? We are back with another video. In this video, we're just going to be doing a story time of one of the craziest moments. Well, not even moments, just the craziest nights of my life, okay? This was like probably in the span of about an hour to an hour and 30 minutes, alright? And it was just, you wouldn't expect this on a normal night, okay? So before we get into the story, but if you guys like this video, just drop a like, drop a subscribe, and drop a comment as well. Share the video to other people, you know, want to start making this channel grow and everything. So if you don't mind helping, you know, it will mean a lot. But yeah, let's get into the video. So it was on a Saturday. We were celebrating my friend's birthday, right? And you know, it was on the 16th of December. It was around 2 years ago, okay? And we were pretty much, you know, just doing what normal people do on birthdays, going out, celebrating it, chilling. And then it got towards the ending of the night, and then we went to my cousin's house, okay? She lives around like, how do I say, she lives about a minute to 2 minutes away from our school, right? And you know, we were just chilling there playing music, because she had a free house, so we were just chilling there playing music, you know, we had a few drinks and stuff like that. And then we were just having a nice time, you feel me? And then somebody messages one of my friends, and they're like, oh, you know, we're in the school, you know, you guys should come as well. And you know, when someone breaks into a school, it's not something you're meant to do. So we were kind of iffy at first, and then after a few minutes we were like, yeah, you know, might as well YOLO, you know, make the night more live, right? And so we start going, right? But what kind of happens is, as we get towards it, we end up getting split into like two groups, because you know, my cousin, she forgot her keys in her house. So like we was like, okay, we're gonna send one group to go back and get the keys, and then one group to you know, go and, you know, break into school. So that happens, and I was the person that was gonna go get the keys with her. So it was me, my cousin, and my girlfriend at the time. And you know, we were just making our way back to, you know, go and getting the keys, right? I was perfectly fine. I was like, yeah, you know, gonna get the keys. It's gonna be an easy task, okay? Everyone else, you know, they was doing their little Mission Impossible task, you know, trying to get into school. And the worst of the worst happens by the time I get to this house, okay? So I look up. She is on the second floor, okay? And I need to get to the balcony on the second floor, and there's no way else up. I tried to climb up the pole on the side of the building, the drain pipes. If it was not working out, it was too rusty and everything like that. So there was only one way up, and that was climbing on the edge of the glass edge of the glass windows, actually, at the front, sorry. And on the little pillars that, like, pretty much they're just for design, so I had to climb up them to get onto the second floor of the outside windows, and then climb around onto her balcony, okay, just to get the keys in her room. And this was by far the scariest part of my life, because of how high it was. If I dropped, I would have like either broken a bone or died. Like, those were the only two options. There was no floating, no surviving, no mysterious trampoline, nothing like that. It was just death or pain, you know. I didn't want to take any of them. I'm a pussy, I'm not gonna lie. So I ended up doing it, you know. Ended up taking me about half an hour and about 10 minutes of just pure persuading of I'm not gonna die, you know. I was just in the mindset of death, and everyone else was in the mindset of you can do it, trust me. Ended up climbing up there, you know, got onto the balcony, and her room door was open, you know, got her keys and everything like that. And by the way, I'm scared of the dark, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared of the dark. And her hallway light was off. I think it was off anyway, I think it was off, yeah. And then as I was going downstairs, it was probably the scariest walk in my life, because I do not like being in the dark by myself. And I just had to do it, so I just tanked the fear, you know, big man like me. So I ended up going downstairs, you know, we got the keys, and that was fine, right? But we thought it was fine at the moment. But what happened is, as we were doing that, a lady walked past us like halfway through it, and then she didn't say anything. She just looked at us and carried on going, right? But that lady was the one that called the police on us. So around 20 minutes later, police came. We just heard sirens, but by that time we had already left the house, right? So we made our way back to our friends, and they was already in school and everything like that. But they were exploring the broken building, because the middle of our school had like a building that was getting demolished, because they were rebuilding like a few new buildings, right? So they were just in the broken building, you know, just looking around, you know, messing around, doing what teenagers do in, like, you know, 16, 17. So that happened, and then we just hear sirens, and that's when everything just like everything just hits reality. So like everyone's just like, oh my god, this is coming for us. We thought it was an ambulance at first, but it wasn't, because then we saw the police car. Then it just drives past us and then stops outside the school. So we run behind the school, and then we're trying to call our friends, right? And we're like, guys, like we're trying to get in contact with them, and no one was answering their phone. And then after about 2 minutes, someone answered, right? They were like, they had no idea, they couldn't hear anything. They were just like in the middle of like this big school, and like they're getting surrounded by police. So they're like, we're like, guys, you need to leave, you know, meet us at the back, because at the back you can like jump over into like an alleyway, and then like, you know, you can just exit out onto the main streets and stuff like that. So we tried to do that, and they tried it, right? But by that time the police has already surrounded the building, so we didn't know that yet. So the way how we found out is that we went through the alleyway at the back, right? And it was by this time, because it was like winter, right? It gets really dark in London, or everywhere where it has winter. But it was around like around 4 p.m. it gets really dark. So it was, and when this happened, it was around like 7 to 8, maybe 10. So imagine how dark, you know how dark it could be. And then we were just walking in the alleyway, me, my girlfriend, and my cousin. And then we hear something, like we hear just someone just say, "Oi, get down!" like at the top of their voice, right? And we just bolted, all of us, me, my girlfriend, my cousin, we just like ran for it, right? And we were just running, and then my girlfriend slipped, right? So we all stopped. We were like, oh my god, like I thought we were gonna get caught. I was like, yep, you know, over, handcuffs, you know, back of police car, home time. But we got her up, we ended up running, you know, everything was fine. And then we stopped after we got out to the main road, and then we tried calling our friends again, because it wasn't after us. We thought it was after us because it was in the alleyway, but what we didn't know is that one of our friends had actually jumped over and made it out, but got caught as soon as he landed, alright? And then we were just chilling. We were like, okay, so like there's nothing we can do, because, you know, they're surrounded. So we tried calling them, telling them, you know, to like, you know, to try and make it out, you know, if you can do anything. But then they told us they can't, because some of them had already been caught, and they said that if they do not get everyone out there, they're going to send in the guard dogs. And they were like, oh my god, this is getting too intense, this is getting over the top. So they all just like, you know, alright, fine, we surrender, you know. They start leaving, right? And then we end up going back up past my cousin's house, right? So me, my girlfriend, and my cousin, we just walk in, right? And I think my cousin had actually went back to go, you know, see them. So it was just me and my girlfriend walking up this road towards the ending. Then as we walk past the house, right, there's about like 5 to 6 policemen outside her door. And then as we walk past, they hear something on the radio, something about character description, right? And as that thing chatters on the radio, they like all turn around. Like this was insane. By the way, I was like, wait, are they robots, bro? Like the way how they turn around, it was like in sync. They all turned around and just stared at us as we were walking past. And it wasn't like a quick stare and look back. It was like a death stare, like no emotion on the face type stare, right? And we were just walking past. And this felt like the longest walk of mankind. Like we were just walking, and it felt like the road wasn't gonna end, right? Eventually we got past the road, and we did a lap around the block. And then when we came around, they would disappeared. And we didn't know this, but they had actually went to our friends that had got caught outside the school, right? So we ended up walking down the road, and we met up with everyone else that didn't get caught. And then across the road in the distance, we just see like so many red and blue lights, right? And all of our friends just lined up on the wall outside, and their faces, I remember this so clearly. Their faces were like, some of them looked so upset, and some of them just looked like, wow, like they couldn't look any more annoyed, right? Then we carried on walking down the road, but we walked past them, right? And then the police turned around and just stared at us again, and oh my god, I thought this was gonna be the point. We got busted, life was gonna be over. But once again, they just stared at us. They just looked at, like, it's like they were scanning us, and then it said like not guilty or something like that. I have no idea. But then they just turned around like nothing happened. Then we kept them walking. And then we was like, yeah, the rest are going to get put in the police car, they're going to go home. So I feel sorry for them. But then we got a call about 5 minutes later. They're like, alright guys, we're free and everything like that. We're like, what happened? And they pretty much was like, you know, there's too many of them to put in the back of a car. And then one of our friends actually got in trouble. He got a phone call home. He got sent home, because he actually lived around he lived literally like 20 seconds from where we were doing this. So he ended up getting sent home. You know, I think he got grounded, I'm not sure. And then the rest of us, you know, we just pretty much just like soaked in everything that just happened, and we were like, bro, like this was the craziest night. But that was it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the story of the craziest night of my life so far. If you guys liked the video, subscribe, share it, you know, just tell other people about this, because we're going to be doing a lot more story times. And if you guys want to send through your stories, I can tell them if you guys want, I don't mind. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching the video, and peace.